Welcome to my channel. Let me ask you something. Do you understand English when people talk? But when it's your turn to speak, your mind goes blank? You know the words. You hear them in movies. You read them in books. But when you open your mouth, nothing. Why? And how do we fix it? In this video, we will go deep, step by step, emotionally, practically, and powerfully. You will understand why your English is silent and how to make it speak. Comment if you've ever felt this way. I know you have. Let's begin. Chapter 1. You understand English because you're a passive learner. You watch English movies. You listen to English podcasts. You read English subtitles. You understand most of it. Maybe not every word, but enough to follow the meaning. And you feel proud. You think, yes, I'm learning. And you are. Understanding is part of learning. But then something happens. Someone asks you a question. A simple question. Like, what do you think? Or, can you tell me more? And suddenly, your brain stops. You understand the words. But your mouth says nothing. You feel nervous. You feel frozen. You feel like your English has disappeared. Have you felt this before? Of course you have. Most English learners feel it. And there's a reason. You learned English passively. That means you received the language. You didn't use it. You didn't produce it. It's like watching someone cook every day, but never cooking yourself. You know how to make the food in your mind, but when you try to do it, your hands don't move. That's passive learning. It feels comfortable. It feels safe. You don't make mistakes when you're listening or reading. You just enjoy. But speaking is different. Speaking is active. You must build the sentence. You must find the words. You must move your mouth. It's real work. And if you never practice speaking, your brain never learns how. In school, maybe your teacher talked and you listened. Maybe you answered 1 or 2 questions. But most of the time, you were silent. Maybe you read grammar rules. Maybe you filled in blanks in a book. But did you speak English for 20 minutes every day? Did you talk about your life, your thoughts, your feelings in English? Probably not. That's not your fault. That's how most classes work. They train you to understand, not to speak. But now, you are here. And you want more. You don't want to just understand English. You want to speak it. But here's the truth. Speaking does not come from more listening. Speaking does not come from more reading. Speaking comes from speaking. If you want to speak better English, you must speak more English. Not just once a week. Not just in a test. Every day. Like a habit. Like brushing your teeth. The brain needs this. It needs to build new roads. Listening builds one kind of road. Speaking builds another. If you only drive on one road, the other road breaks. That's what happened to many learners. They have strong listening roads, but broken speaking roads. So their words get stuck. But you can fix it. You can build the road again. Slowly. Kindly. With care. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't say, I will speak when I'm fluent. Speak to become fluent. Start small. Talk to yourself. Describe your day. Repeat sentences from a podcast. Think in English. Say one sentence in the mirror. It's okay if it's not perfect. It's okay if it's slow. You are training. You are growing. And that is what matters most. I understand you. You worked hard. You listened. You read. You learned vocabulary. And now you ask, why can't I speak? It's because your English is still inside. It hasn't come out yet. But it will. We will bring it out. One word at a time. One small step every day. This chapter is the first step. The next chapters will show you more. But remember this. English is not only a language to receive. It is a language to give. And when you speak, You give it life. Are you ready to give your English a voice? Then keep watching. Your journey has just begun. Chapter 2. The fear of speaking blocks the words. You know the words. You've heard them many times. You even understand them when others speak. But when it's your turn, when someone looks at you and waits, your heart beats faster. Your hands feel cold. Your mind becomes silent. You want to speak, but something stops you. It's not your mouth. It's not your grammar. It's not your vocabulary. It's fear. Fear is the invisible wall between understanding and speaking. Many learners have this wall inside. They know the words, but fear holds them back. Fear of mistakes. Fear of sounding wrong. Fear of being laughed at. Fear of being judged. This fear is deep. It starts when we are children. Maybe someone laughed at your accent. Maybe a teacher corrected you too harshly. Maybe you felt stupid in front of others. And now, even years later, your brain still remembers. So, when it's time to speak, your brain says, "No, be quiet. It's safer that way." But my friend, silence is not safety. It is a prison that keeps your English locked inside. You don't need to break the wall with force. You don't need to shout or scream. You need to understand the fear, accept it, and walk through it, step by step. The fear will not disappear in one day. But every time you speak, the wall becomes thinner. Every word you say is a small victory. Let me tell you something important. Native speakers also make mistakes. Even teachers make mistakes. Even I do. We forget words. We say the wrong thing. We stop and start again. It's normal. But we don't stop speaking. Because speaking is not about being perfect. It's about being brave. And brave does not mean no fear. Brave means speaking even when you feel afraid. You can begin with small, safe places. Talk to yourself in your room. Say what you see. This is a chair. I'm drinking water. The sky is blue. Say one sentence every morning. Then 2. Then 10. The mirror can be your first friend. Your phone can be your practice partner. Record your voice. Listen back. Smile, even if it feels strange. It's okay. You are learning. You are healing. Also, try to change your inner voice. When you make a mistake, don't say, "I'm stupid." Say, "I'm learning." When you forget a word, don't say, "I'm bad at English." Say, "I'll try again." Talk to yourself like a kind teacher, not a strict one. Fear grows in judgment, but it shrinks in kindness. Be kind to yourself. Always. You don't need a perfect accent. You don't need big words. You need courage. And courage grows slowly, like a tree. Give it sunlight. Give it time. Keep speaking, even with fear. Especially with fear. Because fear means you care. And if you care, you will improve. That is the truth. I know how hard it feels. But I also know what is possible. I've seen shy students become strong speakers. I've seen silent learners tell powerful stories. You can do it too. But you must speak, even if it's not perfect. Even if your voice shakes. That is how it starts. Today, don't wait for the fear to go away. Speak with it. Whisper if you must. But speak. You are not alone. Every learner walks this path. And every speaker was once afraid. Now, it's your turn to begin. Are you ready for the next step? Let's go to Chapter 3. Chapter 3. You listen too fast. You speak too slow. You watch a movie in English. The actors speak fast. Very fast. But you understand. You feel good. You say, "My listening is strong." And it is. But then you try to speak. And you feel slow. You can't find the words quickly. You try to make a sentence. But your brain moves slowly. Too slowly. And you wonder why? It's because listening and speaking are different muscles. Listening is like catching. Speaking is like throwing. You can catch the ball, but can you throw it back? That's the problem. When we listen, we understand sounds, patterns, meaning. But we don't build the habit of speaking. We don't build speed. We don't build flow. So we stay silent. Or we speak very slowly. That's okay. It's part of the process. But we must train. Many learners say, I understand everything when I listen. But when I speak, I sound like a beginner. That's normal. You are not broken. You just haven't trained your speaking reflex. You need to connect your ear to your mouth. You need to speak what you hear. Not later. Not tomorrow. Right now. And that is where shadowing helps. Shadowing is a simple and powerful method. You listen to a sentence, and you repeat it. Right after the speaker. Like a shadow. You follow their voice. You copy their rhythm, their emotion, their speed. It feels hard at first. You pause. You make mistakes. You forget words. But that's okay. You are building a new road in your brain. A fast road. A speaking road. Start small. Choose a video with subtitles. Watch one sentence. Pause. Listen again. Then repeat with the speaker. Do it again and again. Don't try to be perfect. Just stay with the rhythm. Your mouth will learn. Your brain will catch up. Slowly, your speech will become smoother, faster, more natural. You don't need a native accent. You don't need long sentences. You need rhythm. You need flow. That's how children learn. They listen. Then they copy. Again and again. That's how you can learn too. Sometimes, your brain will feel tired. It will say, this is too fast. I can't do it. But don't stop. Breathe. Smile. Repeat slowly. The goal is not speed. The goal is connection between ear and mouth, between word and voice, between thought and speech. You can also try slow shadowing. That means repeating with a small pause. First listen, then speak. Take your time. Feel the words. Enjoy the sound. Then, slowly, try it faster. Step by step. Many students improve their speaking just with shadowing. 10 minutes a day. That's all. But every day, no breaks, no excuses. It becomes a habit. And one day, you speak faster. You feel the change. And you smile. Don't just listen passively. Listen actively. Speak with the sound. Copy the flow. Become part of the language. Not just a listener, but a speaker. You don't need a partner. You don't need a classroom. You need time. And trust. And practice. Shadowing is not magic. But it feels like magic after a few weeks. Try it. And don't stop. Your mouth will thank you. Your voice will grow. And your English will finally come alive. Let's continue now. The next chapter is about something important, the practice you're missing. Chapter 4. You don't have enough speaking practice. You study English. You listen to podcasts. You watch YouTube videos. You read subtitles. You do everything right. But still, when it's time to speak, your words feel stuck. You can't speak clearly. You can't speak smoothly. And you ask yourself, why? I understand so much. I know the words. I know the rules. So why can't I speak? The answer is simple, but powerful. You don't practice speaking enough. Think about it. If you want to learn swimming, do you read books about swimming? No. You jump in the water. If you want to play the guitar, do you only watch guitar videos? No. You put your fingers on the strings and start playing. English is the same. If you want to speak, you must speak. Not just once. Not just in class. But every day. A little bit. A few minutes. Even just one sentence. That is how fluency grows. But most learners don't do that. They wait. They wait for the perfect moment. They wait for a native speaker. They wait until they feel ready. But the truth is, you will never feel ready. You must speak before you feel ready. You must speak to become ready. Speaking is not a reward. It's a habit. And here's the good news. You don't need a partner. You don't need a teacher. You don't need a classroom. You can practice speaking alone. Right now. In your room. In the bathroom. In the kitchen. You can talk to yourself. You can describe what you see. This is my cup. I am making tea. The water is hot. These are small sentences. But they are strong. They are training your brain. Training your mouth. Training your fluency. You can also use your phone. Open the camera. Record yourself speaking. It can be 1 minute. Talk about your day. Talk about your plans. Talk about your dreams. Then listen. Smile. Don't judge. Just notice. This is progress. This is practice. Some people say, I don't have time. But do you brush your teeth every day? Of course. It takes 2 minutes. Speaking practice can be the same. Just 2 minutes. Every day. After lunch. Before bed. While walking. Make it a daily habit. Like drinking water. Like breathing. Some people say, but I don't know what to say. That's okay. Use simple prompts. What did I do today? What do I want tomorrow? What do I love? Speak your answers. You don't need big grammar. You don't need big vocabulary. You need big courage. And daily practice builds it. In schools, we speak once a week. In real life, we need to speak every day. So let's change that. Let's speak now. Say one sentence out loud. Any sentence. Say, I am learning English, and I am proud. Say it again. Louder. Say it with love. Feel the words in your mouth. That's practice. That's real learning. You have enough grammar. You have enough vocabulary. What you don't have yet is speaking time. But you can create it. You can start today. You can be your own best teacher. Your own best listener. Your own best speaker. Speaking is a skill. And all skills grow with practice. Not pressure. Not perfection. Just practice. So now, the real question is, will you speak today? Let's go deeper. In the next chapter, we'll face something that hides inside many learners. The trap of perfection. Chapter 5. You're trying to speak perfectly. You want to speak English. But not just any English. You want it to be right. Clear. Perfect. No mistakes. No pauses. No problems. You want to speak like a native. That's your dream. And I understand. It's a beautiful dream. But sometimes, that dream becomes a prison. A prison made of fear. A prison made of pressure. A prison where every sentence feels like a test. A prison that stops you from speaking at all. You say, I will speak when my grammar is better. I will speak when I learn more words. I will speak when I feel confident. But that day never comes. Because perfection never comes. Even native speakers make mistakes. Even fluent speakers forget words. Even teachers say things wrong. Perfection is not the goal. Communication is. When a child learns to speak, they don't say perfect sentences. They say simple things. I want cookie. Me go park. But we understand them. And we smile. Because they are learning. You are the same. You are learning. You don't need to say it all right. You just need to say it. I've seen many students with strong grammar. They score high on tests. They understand everything. But when they speak, they are quiet, careful, nervous, because they want to be perfect. And I've seen other students with simple English, broken grammar, small vocabulary, but they speak with joy, with courage, and they grow faster. Why? Because they speak. They try. They use the language. They make mistakes, and they learn from them. Mistakes are not bad. Mistakes are signs of progress. Every time you make a mistake, your brain learns. Every time you say the wrong word, you remember the right one better next time. Every time you get confused, you become clearer tomorrow. Speaking is messy, but learning is inside the mess. If you wait for perfect English, you will wait forever. But if you accept your mistakes, your English will become free. And freedom is the beginning of fluency. Let go of pressure. Speak like a child. Use small words. Make funny mistakes. Laugh at them. Learn from them. Speak to express, not to impress. Here's a secret. Native speakers love it when you try. They don't care about your mistakes. They care about your meaning. They care about your heart. If your message is clear, your grammar doesn't have to be. What matters is the connection. So today, speak badly. Yes, speak badly on purpose. Say wrong things. Mix up your words. Forget the rules. Just talk. Just feel the English in your mouth. That is the first step to speaking well. Don't be a silent perfectionist. Be a brave speaker. The ones who speak badly today will speak beautifully tomorrow. But the ones who stay silent stay stuck. You have waited long enough. Let your words come out. Let your mistakes be your teachers. Let your heart be louder than your fear. The next chapter will help you even more. Because now, we go into your thoughts, your inner language. Let's explore how to change the way you think. Chapter 6. You're not thinking in English yet. You understand English. You know the words. You can write sentences. You can listen to conversations. But when you speak, something slows you down. You feel like the words are far away. You think for a few seconds. You translate in your head. You move the words from your language into English. And then you speak. Slowly. Carefully. But too late. The moment is gone. This is what happens when you don't think in English. Your brain is still using your native language. And that's normal. That's how most learners start. But if you want to speak English fluently, you must learn to think in English. You must build a second brain, an English brain. Not perfect, not fast, just real. Let me show you how it works. Right now, what language is in your head? Are you thinking in your native language? Probably yes. Your brain feels safe there. But English is still outside. It's like a guest at the door. To make English part of your life, you must invite it in. You must live with it. Thinking in English doesn't mean thinking big thoughts. It means small sentences, tiny words, everyday language. I am hungry. The weather is hot. I like this book. These thoughts are your first English brain steps. Say them in your mind. Say them often. Make your brain comfortable with English. You don't need to translate. You don't need to switch between languages. You need to feel English like your own. That takes time and practice. But you can start today. Look around you. What do you see? A cup, a chair, a window, a tree. Think the words. Whisper them. Let your mind speak them softly. Also, talk to yourself. In your head. In simple English. Ask questions. What should I eat today? Answer yourself. Maybe rice. Ask again. What do I want to do? Answer. I want to walk. These are not silly games. This is serious practice. This is fluency training. Many people wait until they can speak fast. But fast thinking comes from slow thinking first. Slow English in your mind becomes fast English later. Don't worry about speed. Worry about habit. Make it a habit to think in English for 5 minutes every day. Then 10. Then more. Slowly, your brain will change. Thinking in English also helps with fear. When you think in English, Speaking becomes easier because the words are already ready. You don't need to search. You don't need to translate. You just speak what you were already thinking. That is fluency. Some students say, but it feels strange. Yes, it does. At first, your brain will resist. It will pull you back to your native language. That's okay. Be gentle. Just bring your thoughts back to English. Again and again. Like a quiet walk. No pressure. Just steps. You can also write your thoughts. A few lines every day. Today I feel tired. I miss my friend. I am learning slowly, but I am proud. These small sentences are golden. They are the seeds of your English mind. Water them with love, and they will grow. Your brain is not your enemy. It wants to learn, but it needs you to train it. To speak in English, first think in English. Not big grammar, not big words. Just simple, honest thoughts. Now, your English is not just something you study. It is something you live. And living English is the key to speaking English. Are you ready to go further? Then let's move to the next part. How to use English to talk about your real life. Chapter 7. You're not using English to talk about your life. You learn English words in class. Words like economy, global warming, technology, and culture. You do exercises. You write essays. You memorize difficult vocabulary. But when someone asks you, "How was your day?" you don't know what to say. You pause. You look down. You feel nervous. You understand the question, but you don't have the words to answer. Why? Because the English you are learning is not your English. It's not personal. It's not real. It's not connected to your life. Fluency does not grow from big topics. It grows from daily life. Your morning, your feelings, your food, your memories, your dreams. That is the language you need first. The English that talks about you. That is where fluency begins. Think about your day. You wake up. You get out of bed. You wash your face. You eat breakfast. You go to work. You feel happy. You feel tired. You feel excited. These are your words. These are your thoughts. These are the things you need to say every day in simple English. Many learners focus too much on advanced topics. They try to speak like news reporters, like professors, but they don't know how to say, "I had coffee this morning," or "I feel sad today," or "I walked in the park and saw a bird." These sentences are not simple. They are powerful because they are true, because they are yours. Your brain remembers things that matter to you. If you speak English about someone else's topic, your brain is not interested. But when you speak about your life, your brain listens. It learns. It remembers. So how do you practice? Very easy. Every night, ask yourself, "What did I do today?" Then answer in English. One sentence, then two, then three. Say them aloud. Or write them. I woke up late. I drank tea. I talked to my sister. I watched a video. I felt tired, but I smiled. These sentences are gold. These are the building blocks of your fluency. You can also prepare. Write a list of common things in your life. Your job, your house, your favorite food, your hobbies, your family. Learn the words. Make short sentences. Talk to yourself about them. It will feel strange at first, but it will feel powerful later. You don't need to impress anyone. You don't need to sound smart. You need to sound like you. Your voice, your life, your story. That is the English that will make you speak. That is the English that lives inside you. Some people say, "But I want to talk about important things." Yes, and you will. But first, you must talk about your breakfast, your shoes, your raincoat, your dreams. Because English is not just a language. It is your second skin. You must wear it. Liven it. Make it fit your real world. Speak your truth in simple English. Don't wait for perfect grammar. Don't wait for perfect ideas. Say what is true now. Say what you feel. Say what you did. That is how children learn. That is how you will grow. Your story is important. Even if it feels boring. Even if it feels small. Say it anyway. Say it in English. And say it often. Let's keep going. In the next chapter, I'll show you the one thing your brain really needs: repetition. But not the boring kind. The smart kind. The emotional kind. The kind that makes English stay. Chapter 8. Your brain needs more repetition. You learn a new word today. Maybe it's remember. You smile. You understand the meaning. You feel good. But tomorrow, you forget it. You read it again. Still, you forget. You ask yourself, why is my memory so bad? But it's not bad. It's normal. Your brain is not broken. It's just human. And human brains need one powerful thing: repetition. Think about it. When you learned your first language, you heard the same words again and again. Your parents said, "Look at the dog," 100 times. They said, "Eat your food," again and again. You didn't learn words by reading a list one time. You learned by hearing them every day, seeing them, feeling them, using them. But in school, we forget that. We learn a word once and move on. We study a grammar rule one time and expect to remember it forever. That's not how the brain works. The brain needs review. It needs practice. It needs time. If you learn a word today, your brain needs to see it again tomorrow, and again next week, and again next month. Not in a boring way, not in a robotic way, but in a natural, emotional way. Repetition is not memorization. It's not writing a word 50 times on paper. It's hearing the word in a story, using the word in a sentence, saying it out loud, feeling it inside a conversation. That's real repetition. That's what makes a word part of you. You don't need to learn 100 new words today. You need to repeat 10 important ones many times. Slowly, kindly, deeply. That is smart learning. That is how fluency is built. How do you repeat words in a natural way? Easy. Use stories. Use daily language. If you hear the word remember in a video, pause it. Repeat it. Say it in your own sentence. I remember my teacher. I remember my dream. Make it yours. Write a little story with that word. Say it 3 times today, then again tomorrow. Then use it next week in a conversation or in your diary. This is how your brain says, okay, this word is important. I will keep it. You can also shadow words again and again. Choose a short video. Listen. Repeat. Listen. Repeat. Not once. Many times. You will notice something amazing. On day 1, it feels hard. On day 3, it feels easier. On day 5, it feels automatic. That is the magic of repetition. Sometimes, you may feel bored. You may think, I already know this. But do you really? Can you use the word when you speak? Can you say it without thinking? If not, repeat it. Because true learning is not knowing, it's using. Don't chase more and more words. Chase depth. Chase comfort. Chase confidence. A few words you can use are more powerful than hundreds you only recognize. Also, make your repetition emotional. Connect the word to your feelings, to your story, to your memory. If the word rain reminds you of your childhood, use it to describe a real memory. It rained when I was 6. I sat by the window. I felt safe. That memory will make the word live forever. The brain loves emotion. The brain remembers what touches the heart. Use that power. Repeat with feeling. Repeat with joy. Repeat with love. You don't need a perfect memory. You need smart repetition. You don't need big study hours. You need deep connection. So from today, don't just learn a word once. See it again. Use it again. Say it again. Make it part of you. And now, let's continue. Because in the next chapter, we face a real problem. You don't have a speaking environment, but we will build one. Together. Chapter 9. You don't have a speaking environment. You want to speak English. You have the desire. You have the motivation. You watch videos. You listen to podcasts. But still, speaking feels far away. It's not that you're lazy. It's not that you're weak. The truth is simple. You don't have a place to speak. You don't have people to talk to. You don't live in an English environment. So your English stays quiet. It lives inside you, but it doesn't come out. This is the problem many learners face. Maybe your country doesn't use English. Maybe your family doesn't speak English. Maybe your friends don't want to practice. So what do? Do you wait until you move to the UK or the US? Do you wait for a native speaker to magically appear in your life? No, you don't wait. You create. You build your own English world. An English environment is not a place. It's a feeling. It's a habit. It's a space you build around you. A small world where English is normal, natural, daily. You can make this world at home, in your room, on your phone, in your mind. Start simple. Put English on your phone. Change the language settings. Read news headlines in English. Follow English learners and teachers on social media. Fill your eyes with English. Then fill your ears. Listen to English every day. Not just for study. For fun. For background sound. Listen while you cook. While you walk. While you rest. Make English your music. Let it enter your life like sunshine through a window. Next, use your mouth. Even if you are alone. Speak out loud. Describe what you're doing. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm putting on my socks. These are real words. Useful words. Practice them. Talk to yourself in English. It's not crazy. It's smart. Ask questions. Answer them. How am I feeling today? I feel tired, but I want to try. Speak like you're your own best friend. Also, record your voice. Use your phone. Make 1-minute videos. Talk about your day. Talk about your thoughts. Then listen. Then smile. That is growth. Join online spaces. There are English groups everywhere. Telegram, WhatsApp, YouTube comments, language exchange apps. You don't need to speak for hours. Just say one sentence to one person. That is enough for today. Create an English corner in your room. Put sticky notes on things. Write the words, mirror, table, light. Your room becomes your classroom. You don't need more grammar books. You need more action. Remember, fluency is not in the country. It's in the environment you build. I've seen people learn English fluently without ever leaving their hometown. And I've seen people live in English-speaking countries for years and still not speak. The difference is practice. The difference is intention. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be surrounded. Let English be around you. Let it become your second air. Slowly, softly, daily. One day, someone will ask, "How did you learn to speak so well?" And you will smile. You will say, "I created my own world. I didn't wait. I practiced. I made English my home." In the next chapter, we go even deeper. Because speaking is not just about words. It's about feeling. We'll talk about emotion and how it brings English to life. Chapter 10. You're not connecting emotion to language. You study English. You learn the rules. You know the grammar. You remember the vocabulary. But when you speak, it feels cold. It feels empty. The words come out slowly. They don't feel real. They don't feel alive. That's because something is missing. Not a word, not a sentence, but a feeling. You are not connecting emotion to your English. Think about your native language. When you speak it, you feel it. You laugh in your language. You cry in your language. You get angry in your language. Your words carry your heart. That's why it feels easy, natural, human. But in English, you feel like a robot. You say, I am fine. You say, the weather is good. But do you feel anything when you say that? Maybe not. And that's the problem. When English is just information, your brain stays silent. But when English becomes emotion, your brain wakes up. It remembers. It learns. It speaks. Let me tell you a secret. We don't remember facts. We remember feelings. You remember a teacher because they were kind, or maybe because they were mean. You remember a movie because it made you cry, or laugh, or dream. Language is the same. If you feel it, you keep it. So how do you connect emotion to English? Start with your memories. Think about your childhood. Think about your best day. Think about someone you miss. Now talk about it, in English. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just speak. When I was a child, I had a red toy. I loved it. I lost it one day. I cried. These are simple words, but powerful feelings. Talk about your dreams, your fears, your future. Say it slowly. Say it kindly. Say it honestly. I want to travel. I want to feel free. I am afraid of making mistakes, but I want to try. This is real English. This is living English. You can also feel the emotion in others. When you listen to a story, close your eyes. Feel the speaker's voice, their joy, their pain, their laughter. Repeat their words with their feeling, not just their sound. That is emotional shadowing. That is emotional fluency. When you write your diary in English, don't just say, I ate dinner. Say, I ate alone. I felt peaceful. Or, I ate fast. I felt tired. Add your feelings. Let English be your mirror. Even small sentences can carry emotion. I miss my mom. I love coffee. I feel lonely. These are real. These are yours. This is the English that connects. The more you feel your English, the more natural it becomes. The more you speak from the heart, the more your words flow. Not perfect, not fancy, but true. Don't study English like a machine. Feel it like a human. Let your voice carry your heart. Let your grammar carry your soul. That is the secret to speaking with power. Now it's time to make this real. Speak one sentence about your feeling today. Just one. Say it softly. Say it honestly. That is enough. In the next chapter, we go from emotion to habit. You will learn how to build your own simple daily routine. A routine for real speaking. Chapter 11. You don't have a daily speaking routine. You want to speak English fluently. You feel motivated. You feel excited. But some days, you forget. Some days you feel tired. Some days you say, I will practice tomorrow. And slowly, the days pass. 1 week, 2 weeks, and then you feel bad. You say, why am I not improving? But it's not your fault. You're not lazy. You just don't have a speaking routine. And without a routine, you can't grow. Fluency is not a big event. It's a small habit. A daily habit. Like brushing your teeth. Like drinking water. You don't think about it. You just do it. That's what your English needs. A time. A place. A rhythm. Many students wait for motivation. They wait to feel ready. But motivation is not the answer. Routine is. Motivation comes and goes. But routine stays. Routine keeps you going. even when you don't feel strong, even when life is busy. So let's make a speaking routine. Not a hard one, not a long one, just something simple, something real, something daily. Start with 5 minutes. That's all. 5 minutes a day. Choose a time. Morning, afternoon, before sleep. Choose a place. Your room, your kitchen, a quiet corner. Then choose a method. It can be talking to yourself, shadowing a video, describing your day, reading aloud, recording your voice, or answering one English question. For example, every morning, you can say, "Good morning. Today is Wednesday. I feel tired, but I want to try. I will go to work. I hope it's a good day." That's it. That's your 5-minute practice. Some days you will do more. Some days, only 5 minutes. But the key is this: do it every day. No excuses. No breaks. Keep it small. Keep it strong. You can also make a speaking calendar. Write a checkmark every day you speak. After 1 week, you will feel proud. After 1 month, you will feel stronger. You will see progress. You will build trust in yourself. Remember, fluency is not magic. It's repetition. It's rhythm. It's routine. And it's okay to forget sometimes. Just start again. 1 sentence. 1 breath. 1 small moment of English. Don't wait for the weekend. Don't wait for the perfect time. The perfect time is now. Today. The learners who grow the most are not the fastest. They are the most consistent. They practice when they're happy. They practice when they're tired. They show up. That's the secret. Not talent. Not luck. Just showing up. So today, create your daily time. Make it part of your life. Speak a little. Every day. Again and again. And soon, speaking will not feel like a dream. It will feel like a part of you. In the next chapter, we go to the final step. You've come far. Now it's time to believe something powerful. You are ready to speak right now. Chapter 12. You are ready to speak now. You've waited. You've learned. You've watched videos. You've listened to stories. You've read and repeated. You've been silent, patient, careful, always asking yourself, "Am I ready yet?" And now, let me tell you the truth. Yes, you are ready. Right now. Not next month. Not after another grammar lesson. Not when your accent is perfect. Not when your fear is gone. But now. Today. You may not believe it. Your mind may say, "But I still make mistakes." Yes, you do. So does everyone. You may say, "But I'm not fluent yet." That's okay. Speaking is not about being perfect. It's about being present. About being brave. About saying what you can with what you have in this moment. You've learned enough to begin. You know enough to speak. Not long speeches. Not fast conversations. But short, honest sentences. From your life. From your heart. That is enough. That is how fluency begins. Stop waiting. Stop hiding. Stop saying, "One day." That day is here. That day is today. Speak now. Say 1 sentence. Say it out loud. I'm learning English, and I'm ready to speak. Feel your voice. Feel your words. That is real. That is growth. You don't need someone to give you permission. You don't need a teacher to say, "Now you can speak." You decide. You choose. You begin. Yes, your voice will shake. Yes, your grammar will be messy. Yes, your mind will forget words. But that's okay. That's normal. That's part of it. Every speaker was once a beginner. Every fluent person was once afraid. Speak to yourself. Speak to a friend. Speak to the mirror. Speak to the wind. Speak softly. Speak slowly. But speak. English is not just something you study. It is something you live. Something you use. something you feel. Let it out. Let it be heard. Every mistake you make is a step forward. Every word you speak is a small victory. You are building a voice. You are building a new part of yourself. You are not the same learner you were yesterday. You are stronger. You are braver. You are ready. So now go speak. Speak badly. Speak slowly. But speak honestly. Speak with love. Speak with joy. Speak with courage. Because you are not just an English learner anymore. You are a speaker, and your voice matters. You now understand why you couldn't speak and what to do next. Don't wait. Start today. Speak one sentence. Say it out loud. You are not stuck. You are growing. If this video helped you, like it, comment your biggest problem with speaking, and subscribe to this channel so we can grow your English together. You're not alone. We're here, learning, speaking, and smiling. One word at a time.